The disciples locked the doors, both locks. They were terrified. Jesus walked through the wall anyway, and then he breathed on them. That breath has a name, and it changed everything. It is the evening of the first Easter Sunday, 3 days after the crucifixion. The disciples are gathered in a room in Jerusalem, and the doors are locked, not closed, locked. The Greek word is kekleismenon, sealed shut, bolted from the inside. These were people who had watched their teacher be arrested, tried, and executed. They were not being careless. They were hiding. Fear had done what fear always does. It had closed them in. It had made the world smaller. It had turned a group of people who had walked with Jesus for 3 years into people who could not open a door. And then Jesus came, not through a door, not by knocking and waiting. He simply was there, in the middle of them, standing, alive. The first word he says is peace, shalom, the ancient Hebrew greeting. But here, something more than a greeting. These are people who denied him. These are people who ran. These are people who were hiding behind a locked door on the day he rose from the dead. And the first word out of his mouth is not, "Where were you?" Not, "How could you?" Not, "Do you understand what just happened?" Peace. Just peace. And then he shows them his hands and his side. The wounds, not hidden, not healed over, shown. This is important. He is not pretending the crucifixion didn't happen. He is not presenting a version of himself scrubbed clean of what he went through. He shows them the wounds, because the resurrection does not erase the suffering. It transforms it. The wounds are still there, but they are no longer the last word. And the disciples were filled with joy. The Greek is just, they rejoiced. The charason, they burst into joy. In a locked room, with a dead man standing in front of them, alive. Then Jesus says it again, peace. As the Father has sent me, so I send you. And then he does something so extraordinary, so deliberate, so theologically loaded that I need you to stop and feel the weight of it. He breathed on them. The Greek word is enephysesen. It appears exactly once in the entire New Testament. Right here. But it appears somewhere else. In the Greek translation of the Old Testament, the Septuagint, the same word, enephysesen, appears in Genesis 2:7, when God formed Adam from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. John chose this word deliberately. He is telling you, what is happening in this room is a new creation. The same breath that animated the first human being, the same creative act of God, happening again. In a locked room, in Jerusalem, on Easter evening, Jesus breathes on 12 frightened people, and the Holy Spirit arrives, not with fire, not with wind, not with spectacle, with a breath, personal, intimate, direct. The Holy Spirit is not given to a crowd in this gospel. He is given to 12 specific people, in the most intimate way imaginable, face to face, breath to breath. And notice what happens immediately after the breath. He sends them. As the Father has sent me, so I send you. These are the same people who were hiding, the same people who ran, the same people who 7 weeks later in Acts will receive the fire and the wind and go out and change the world. But first, this, a locked room, a breath, a word of peace. He didn't wait for them to be brave. He breathed on them while they were still afraid. I want to ask you something before we close. What room are you locked in? Not a room with walls, a room made of fear, a room made of grief, a room made of the distance between who you are and who you thought you'd be by now, a room made of unanswered prayer, a room made of doubt. The disciples locked the doors because they were terrified, and Jesus did not wait for them to unlock the doors and come to him. He walked through the walls. He stood in the middle of them. He said, "Peace." He showed them his wounds. He breathed on them. Whatever room you're locked in today, the same thing is possible. You don't have to unlock the door first. You don't have to resolve the fear first. You don't have to figure out the theology first. He walks through walls. That's what Pentecost means. Not fire and spectacle, though that comes too. First, a breath in a locked room to frighten people. The Holy Spirit was given to people who were hiding. He is still given to people who are hiding. Whatever door you have locked, he is already on the other side, and he knows how to get in. Thank you for being here. It genuinely means the world. Peace be with you. See you next Sunday.